Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm here today to show you something that will fix one of the most vexing problems in the history of flight simulation. We're sitting here in Princess Juliana Airport looking at the gorgeous KLM A330 in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and we see before us a sight which frankly breaks the hearts of flight simulation enthusiasts the world over. What we see is engine covers, pitot covers, static port covers, and chocks. And frankly, in real life, you would never see any of this, save for the chocks, of course, on the aircraft at this location. The only time you put engine covers on an aircraft like this is when you're storing it. You may see pitot covers or static port covers, but frankly, if you're sitting in the left seat of the airplane, which is what most of us do in Microsoft Flight Simulator, the guy or the lady sitting in the right seat is the one who goes out and makes sure all the pitot covers and the static port covers and everything is removed and the airplane is ready for flight. So by the time you show up, you do what we've done for the last 35 or 40 years in flight simulation, which is you get into a cold and dark cockpit, or you get into a powered up cockpit, and you start doing your pre-flight to get the plane going. Unfortunately, Asobo decided for Flight Sim 2024 that we have to waste the first 5 to 10 minutes of our flight walking around figuring out how to remove all this nonsense. So how do we fix it? First of all, please don't take this as me endorsing SimMarket over any other website. This is simply the only place that I have found this particular tool, and it's called Walkaround Manager. And what it allows us to do is toggle or disable all of the chocks, the engine covers, the pitot covers, or the static port covers. Now, as you can see from the image, it is an icon in the toolbar in the sim itself, and I'll show you that very shortly. It automatically launches with the sim, and it does have state saving, but it has a rather basic form of state saving. It saves the state of whatever you set up for all aircraft. In other words, if you disable all of the covers for one aircraft, the next flight you start, it's going to have all of those things disabled as well, no matter what aircraft you're flying. If you leave the chocks enabled, for example, the next time you start a flight, it's going to have the chocks enabled no matter what aircraft you're flying. So whatever setup you have on a given flight, the next flight will start the same way. My guess is that, like me, what most of you are going to do is just disable everything and then be done with it. You'll probably never touch it again. You can set your own state and it will save it, but it will save it for all aircraft, not just for one particular aircraft. There are two downsides to this program. Number one, it costs €5 and or $5.29 US cents. Not much to ask, frankly. Unfortunately, I do understand that not everybody has $5 to blow on this. The second downside, of course, is that this is only available for PC users. So if you're on Xbox, I'm very sorry, this is not going to be an option for you. Now, if we go back into the sim, you can see here we've got the airplane loaded. Like I said, the program loads automatically when the sim loads. It's up here in the toolbar. You just click on this icon and you'll get the Walkaround Manager window. You can disable all, which is what I've done, or you can turn on the various options. If you want chocks, if you want pitot covers, you can do that, etc., etc. Like I said, I just turn everything off. And let's load another aircraft and I'll show you. It's just going to load in exactly like we're looking at it right now. I'm going to select an airplane that I've never flown just to see that it works the way it should. So we're going to pick the A320neo. We'll load it back into the same location, gate Alpha 2 at Princess Juliana Airport, and we'll start the flight. And you'll see as we load in here, initially the engine covers will be on, and watch them disappear. And you will now see a sight that will warm the hearts of flight simulation enthusiasts everywhere. No engine covers, no pitot covers, no static port covers, and we can simply get into the cockpit and we are ready to start our cold and dark flight. So essentially all this does is cost us $5, adds one step to get into the airplane for a cold and dark start, and that's that. Obviously, ideally, we wouldn't have to do this and hopefully Asobo comes to their senses relatively soon and gets rid of this, because Xbox users, like I said, don't have a solution here, and not everybody has another $5 that they can just decide to go spend on this. So we do have a solution to a problem that shouldn't exist, and I just wanted to let you guys know. I hope everybody is having a great day, and we will talk soon.